Hi everyone, it's Melissa here. I'm back with a video. Sorry I haven't made any for ages and ages. I had a really busy Christmas and then I keep starting projects and not finishing them, either because I just run out of ideas or run out of cardstock. So hopefully I'll be back with loads of things to show you that I've made when I finally get around to finish them all. I've been asked by a few people to do a tutorial on an album I made about 6 months ago. It's quite a simple album, but that's why I liked it, because it was so easy to put together. I haven't got the album to show you because it was a present, but I can put a link underneath. And basically what it is, I made it so that I can use a 6x6 paper pad on the album itself. It's 6 inches in length and it's 4 1/8, I think, in width. I've got all the measurements inside, so I'll show you then. And it has a 1-inch spine. And it's really, as I said, it's really easy to put together, so it's great if you're a beginner. I haven't stuck it all together because I thought I could take the pages out and show you. But it's probably a good idea, if you do get around to making one of these, to do what I've done and just layer the pages up before you stick them down, you know, and just add a paper clip just to check that everything's laid out properly. Okay, oh, my mask got all dry. Right, if I just show you inside, so it closes with this flap here, and you could either use a magnet or ribbon, or on mine I just used a belly band over the top. So you see that opens up like that, and then these are the internal pages. It has, can I remember correctly, 4 internal pages. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera then, so I might have been out of shot. Yeah, it has 4 internal pages on each side, and it has 1 flap on each page. Hopefully it will become clearer when I show you. And when you open it up, the pages have got like a waterfall effect in that they're not all the same width. But when the album is shut, because the spine depth on each of them is different, they're all the same width when the album is shut. That made no sense at all. Well, I hope it did. Right. So if I take these out and show you the measurements for the first page, well, for the base page, so this is your base of your album. All the pages have been made with 6x12 inch pieces of cardstock, but because the spines get increasingly bigger on the pages, the flap piece, which is there, gets bigger as well. So if you wanted to, you could trim the paper down so that all the flaps inside the album were the same width. Okay, so this is the base piece. As I said, it's 6x12 inches, and you score it at 4 1/8, 5 1/8, 9 1/4, and 10 1/4. That gives you 2 1-inch spines on either side, and I've scored it at 4 1/4 so that the inner pages, when they're stacked up, measure 4 inches. So you've got a little bit of room here and here, so that when the album is closed, there's no risk of the pages sticking out too far. Okay, so that's that. As I said, you score it at 4 1/8. Whoops, I'm not pointing in the right place. 5 1/8, 9 1/4, 10 1/4 inches, and then when it's closed, that gives you that basic shape. Okay, so then we go on to the first page. Of course, they're all out of order. And let's get my paper clips. So that's your base. This is the first page that you'll add, and I've decided to put my flap piece on this side, but you could have it on this side. Okay, you didn't have to necessarily have them as flaps. You could maybe trim them down and have them as a pocket on each side. I think I did that with a couple of mine, and I used a punch to make a decorative edge. So this page has been scored at 3 inches, which is your flap, your width of your flap, 7 inches, so that gives you a 4-inch page, 1 inch, which is your spine, and then another 4 inches. And now this piece, let's move these out of the way, sits down onto here, so that you have this spine attached to this spine. So if you fold the flap in, because that's just going to get in the way, and I'll put the paper clip back on with my measurements. What I'll do as well, in the bar below, I'll write the measurements for each page as well and the score lines. And then, oops, if I maybe fold that out and get that out of the way so you can see, then this spine attaches to this spine. You see they're both 1 inch, so just try and get them level. So you'll stick that to there. And now so far you have your album, you open it up, you have your first page and you have your flap on this side, which is 3 inches, that flap. Now you go on to your second page, and this here has a 3/4 of an inch spine, which is here. And on this page I've got my flap on this side so that they alternate through the album. Now you score this one at 4 inches, 4 3/4, and then 8 3/4, giving you a 3 1/4 inch flap. So as you can see, each time the size of the flap increases by 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah. So then, really simple, just make sure your flap's on the right side to where you want it to go. You get your spine, you try and centre it in the 1 inch spine, and then glue it down, and then I'll do the same on this side. So again, the 1 inch spine, glue the 3 1/4 inch spine down. So now you've got your album with 2 lots of pages, and so your flap's on this side, close that in, and the flap's on this side. Okay, I really hope I'm making sense. It's so difficult, you know, I'm scared the kids are going to come in and interrupt. I did this video a minute ago and my other half phoned me up to tell me to buy a lottery ticket. Thanks. So the third page, again, I've turned it so the flap is on this side. So you score it at 3 1/2, which is your width of your flap. 7 1/2, 8 inches. So you've got pages of 4 inches, 1/2 inch spine, and a 3 1/4 inch flap. So again, you just layer it right on the top, centre it in the middle, and stick it down. Just do it on this side as well. So you've got your album and your 3 lots of internal pages, so you've got 6 now. And then the last one, again, flap on the opposite side, so it's this side this time, and you've got 1/4 inch spine. So you score this one at 4 inches, 4 1/4 inches, and then 8 1/4 inches, leaving you a 3 3/4 inch flap. Okay, so you just stick, whoops, that one down in the middle once again, whoops, and that's it. So it's really easy, really straightforward. The hardest thing is just measuring and scoring, and seeing as though I'm useless on my scoreboard and my guillotine just has decided not to cut straight, it's a pain for me. But there you go, that's it. So if I take these paper clips out now, okay, I can show you the album in full again. Whoops, come out, come out. There we go. Take that one out, and that one out. Right, so now we can see the album a bit better. So there we go, opens up like that. Oops. And then first page has the flap, second page, third page has the flap, and then fourth page, and then we're at the middle. So this side, this one has a flap, closes over, flap, and then just a plain page, and then you've got the back, and that's it. I hope that was clear. If you've got any questions, please ask and I'll try and help. And once again, I just want to say thank you to the ladies that asked me to do a tutorial. Honestly, I'm so chuffed that you want to make something that I've made. I mean, I have days when I just think, oh, you know, I'm absolutely useless, I'm not going to craft again. I get so fed up, and honestly, having nice comments off people, it really cheers me up. So thank you very much. Okay, and hopefully I'll be doing more tutorials in the future. I'll have to lock the kids upstairs in the attic so that I don't get interrupted. Okay, I was only joking. Please don't call social services. So there you go. That's my album. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.